Fellas, welcome to the stream. It's good to be back. I seem to have some technical issues here, but I think it's all sorted out now. At least I hope. Let's test. Okay, that seems to run fine. Okay. See, I think it. I don't know. I didn't change anything during the previous week, so I have no idea. But I had to kind of re-enter the stream key. It doesn't make any sense, but okay. We're here now. Let's not complain too much because I have quite some catching up to do. So we're going to start with Doom 2 Annie, obviously 2 hours of finalizing the map, adding some details, getting it ready for population, so to speak, and then also finalizing our Heretic map. What is up, buddy? Welcome back. Good to see you again. I've been really sick. It's insane. I was sick I think December 2024, and then now so I hope I'm done for the rest of the year. Normally I don't get really, I think maybe like once every 2 years or so I get sick, but it's yeah, it's in a short period. Very strange, but apparently a lot of people are sick, so I guess it's pretty normal. But anyway, I'm all better now, ready, eager to continue the mapping journey. So let's dive in. There we go. Not really sure if I think I did make some progress. Or no, I wrote an article, I think, on mod database. Okay, all good. Nice to hear. I did post an article on mod database. Because it has been a while, I think half a year or so, I don't know. Well, thank you. It looks a bit simplistic from if I look at the map screen, but it's like I said, you know, the texturing carries a lot in my maps, especially because it's a custom texture pack, obviously. But you know, it's not finished, of course. So there will be more detail applied, and we're gonna pop in a few sector portals as well. And like I said, we're getting very close to wrapping this map up. And then it's kind of like, you know, the difficult part, the boss scripting, boss fight, staging the boss fight. I'm planning to rework a couple of elements from episode 1, but I'm gonna release episode 2 alongside the original episode 1 first. I think I did make a couple of changes just to try some things out, which will be included in the release for episode 2, which will be, I think, version 0.2, because episode 2 was included. And then we can go from there. What I was thinking, or what I wanted to do, is after I released episode 2, I want to go back to episode 1 and kind of bring it up to the same level of detail, of quality as episode 2. So that means kind of adding sector portals, kind of improving map design, you know, stuff like that. Maybe kind of cross over a few textures from episode 2 to make it blend in a little better. Not too much, because I do want to remain or keep that distinctive look the map or the episode has. But I kind of want to improve that first, and then once that is actually on point, I'm going to start working on episode 3. Which also carries over a few elements, which has a very distinctive look as well, but will carry over a couple of elements from both episodes, so it's kind of like a nice blend. So it doesn't feel too disconnected, because they're many years apart from the first episode and then the third. There will be like maybe, I don't know, 15 years. So that's huge, a huge time period. Let's see. There, I can't seem to. Where's my chat window? Enter? Oh, that's weird. Okay, you're on Twitch, right? So that seems to be working. Okay. I can see chat here. Since I'm using Restream, I have to add a different chat window because it won't display on Streamlabs. But that's okay. Let's see what we're gonna do first. I think we were actually working on this part right here. Yeah. Okay. Let's add a doorway. 16. So we have some room for the green lights. And this is going to be our actual door. We can remove all tags here. What is that? There is. What is that? What is that? Aha. I don't know why it created this. Okay, seems to be fixed. That is something it's easy to miss. Let's see. Just a regular door. Oh, I did miss mapping. So relaxing most of the time. Now, I actually can't wait to explore some some other games again when it comes to mapping. Like I really want to create like a map for Shadow Warrior, or map actually. I can't reveal too much, but in due time. In due time. I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Focus on the task at hand, which is definitely large enough. But you know, I've been at it for so long, and actually, well, by the way, why? How come you still don't have VIP status? Hold on, gotta think. Where do you add it? Can you do it in Streamlabs, or do you have to go through Twitch? Let me actually fix that right now. Twitch really doesn't have VIP? Thought I could. Oh, maybe it doesn't appear on YouTube. Alright, hold on, let me fix that real quick.
Is update, FYI, we hebben echt heel veel leuke
I haven't been on Twitch on the site itself in quite a while actually, because I usually start from Streamlabs and then just go into Restream, so creator dashboard, I guess. Community? Yeah, I think it's here. I got it. Let's see. Oh, you are a VIP. You already are. You're maybe I give it. It just doesn't display. Maybe you have, maybe it's on your end. You maybe you switched off the statuses. I already issued it 4 months ago, apparently. I thought it was weird that you still didn't have that status, but oh, you got it on your side. Okay, it doesn't display on my end, strangely enough. But well, I think okay. Well, it doesn't show in my restream as well. It doesn't show in my restream chat window either, which I think for the other ones, I can't remember exactly, but yeah, no worries. You had it 4 months ago already, so I think if I were to play an ad, I think the VIP status grants you the ability to continue watching, like a subscriber, I think. But I don't run ads, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. You know. But yeah, you're welcome. You're a long-time viewer, and yeah, you know, it's always fun to have you in the stream. So it's the least I can do. You know what let me actually, I'm gonna explain, I'll explain what I want to do, like, because I actually wanted to keep it a secret, well, not really like a secret, but something I feel like it's maybe a little too early, but then again, you know, it's fun to speculate, like, the thing to explain my vision. So for Annie, what I actually want is to create like some kind of Annie-verse. And without, you know, spoiling kind of like how the story unfolds, what I actually want to create eventually is like different realities where Annie is kind of, you know, invading the world, like the world of Shadow Warrior, Half-Life, Duke Nukem, Unreal, Hexen, you know. And I kind of want to create these mods just like Annie here, but then in the form of, you know, more in the world of that game. And to kind of, I want to kind of create a more like a more, let's say with some more unique assets than just the game, like I actually do here. But then instead of kind of borrowing them, I kind of want to, you know, create them myself. And I was thinking, like, to actually make these really high quality, you know, add-ons like you had in the old days. You know, that could be like that were actually sold like opposing force to Half-Life, you know, something like that. And for that, I was actually thinking about maybe like launching some Kickstarters, you know, to realize that, to maybe like hire some people, some good artists who can help me out, and kind of create this huge universe where Annie is like in different worlds. And it just allows me to kind of do some fun, like create a fun new boss for each game I'm making a project for. So it's kind of, you know, a little large in scope, but if I actually get some funding, of course the mod will be released free of charge. But if I would get some funding, like maybe hire some people, maybe create something really like professional and unique. Not really sure if that's gonna work out, or if I ever reach that point where I can actually, you know, where I would succeed in such an endeavor. But like I said, it's fun to speculate, right? Like, I wouldn't need too many fundings because it's still like a hobby project. Okay, that's pretty cool. So like what I want to do for Shadow Warrior is actually to create like, at the end of this story, there is going to be like an event, and which will allow me to create, well, a universe where Annie exists in any game I want. Even branching off and create like a full game created from scratch, which of course, you know, would be sold like on a Game Boy, for example. I could kind of bring that universe in or over to a different console, or even like a custom, like entirely new game for PC. So the story, how it will evolve, will allow me to really branch off and create like a true universe, like an alternate reality in each game. Like in Shadow Warrior, for example, instead of facing Zilla, you will face a different version of Annie there. But you know, the main idea, like it's like an idea to give me like a project to work on and an interesting boss to put in these games. And it will allow me to create like a professional product, you know, like an official, like, well, unofficial, but what would be in the good old days like an official expansion pack with the same, at least the same or even better quality than the original game. So maybe with the proper funding, you know, who knows what's possible. Like, you know, I think what they did with Quake 2, I think Call of the Machine, and the unofficial Quake pack, something like that would be possible. with the proper funding. But you know, there has to be an audience for this, and I'm glad you well, you know, you are interested in such a concept, because I'm not really sure if it will actually play out. That's something we'll have to see in time. I mean, I don't have anything to lose, I guess. Actually, that looks quite nice. That's the only downside. I guess this is possible. This also never fails. I don't like that cutoff at top. I know it's ridiculous, but it's just, I don't know, just me, I guess. Can't help it. Oh, it actually works well here as well. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, something like that indeed. It's kind of like I want to more like release a bunch of like more professional quality type expansions with true. It's if it works, like the story, like I know in my head I wrote it down, like how it will evolve and create, like opens the possibility to this to the Aniverse, so to speak. You know, I have to like, I don't want to spoil too much, and it's not like, it's still unknown, like will Annie live or die in the end? That actually that doesn't even matter to create the Aniverse, but you know, it will unfold in time. I gotta remain focused, to get this because before I can do something like that, I have to wrap up the story, so you know, the people who kind of play that new mod will also understand where it's coming from. Like there's there's going to be like a huge lore that has to also has to be interconnected, you know, because there are a couple of organizations which actually there's like the player at this point still has very little information about. There are a few organizations. There's one organization who actually seeks to, use Annie like as a weapon to gain like domination, and the other organization wants to undo the error, like the UAC, and there's another organization. I think it's Vulture Corporation. I think I mentioned it before somewhere, or it's actually, it's... And these two organizations, they also carry over into the other universe, which is interesting because it will allow me to kind of create this, where the game allows, or if it's possible, to create this infighting. There's going to be, like, in the sequel, there's going to be some infighting as well. Like, the two organizations, they meet, and you're kind of caught in the middle of it. So it's like there's a struggle for power. And not only like then you have all of a sudden 4 factions. You got the player, the UAC, Vulture Corp, and you got the Forces of Hell under command of Annie. And they all kind of like fight each other for domination. You're just caught in the middle of this larger battle. So the stakes are pretty high. That's something like that's kind of the universe I want to create. But it can grow. The idea is that it kind of grows slowly, so I have to kind of slowly introduce these elements to the player, and by the end of, let's say, the original Annie story, which takes place in the world of Doom, that will be the foundation for all the crossovers in the future. So that's and it will allow me to kind of like even introduce episodic release. Yeah, true. And this will introduce like this. Let's take Heretic, for example. Suppose I make like a mod for Annie in Heretic, because Annie is like, again, I'm not want to spoil too much of the story, but it will allow me to introduce some more sci-fi tech elements into a universe which mostly takes place in ancient times, because like there's like a tear in the space-time thing, which will allow Annie to break through, or maybe Offspring, I don't know yet. That kind of depends on how the story evolves. And with it comes that technology from the future as well, and it kind of what I can do is kind of merge those two, like high tech with extreme low tech, like the world of Heretic or Hexen, which take place in medieval times. I can kind of create that fusion where you have these sections where you can clearly see there, like the world's converting, to that high tech hell stuff, like a tear in the space time continuum, so to speak. You get the idea. Which will grant me to actually create in these already existing games while using textures from the games themselves, but also use custom textures, which will create, like, it will still take place in that universe, but it will create a unique look while still feeling familiar. So you got the influence of the original game, like the more technology focused elements, with the time zone the new game takes place in, So, yeah. That's the idea, but it's very ambitious. of course. So we have to see how it evolves and if there's interest for it to actually gather some funds and, you know, actually create it in a faster pace than what I'm doing solo here. If there's people interested, you know, if I can just, it would be fun to actually allow these people to help out, and if they can get paid, even if it's a little, I think would be very nice to create, like, to attract professional level editors or texture artists, music artists, because I already have a professional music artist. He's doing it for free right now. He created the entire soundtrack for Annie, which is more like in the Doom 2016, Doom Eternal vibe. Okay, that's cool, that's interesting. I'll keep it in mind. It's always interesting. If the Kickstarter goes well, you know, I can just offer some funding for the work, which I think creates a good environment, you know. Even if it's not that much in the beginning, like, it has to grow, obviously. But it's fun to kind of work together, like form a team, like sort of like a dev team, which of course will release. You know, that's why the Kickstarter is there, because I'm not. It's illegal to ask money for the product because it's using, like, you know. But through Kickstarter, we can still gather some funds and actually create a professional product. That is the idea. But it's interesting. It's good to know that you're up for it. It's always good. So I think, should it be too hard to form a team? Then, you know, just they don't have to be huge games, but like, let's say the scope of a you know, of what you would call DLC. I think that scope is fine. But like I said, it's ambitious. So I'm not really sure if we can pull it off, but I think it's worth a shot. This is actually interesting. What if I... I can actually cut this out. Let's see if there's a variant, because okay, let's try something. Be a tough one. especially because it's not really no. Further down. That's perfect. And then we're gonna have to put another one here. Almost there. The effect is... yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's... you get the idea. Might be more trouble than it's worth. But I think the effect will be pretty awesome. Gotta try before you know it. True, true. Well, you know, you already get the idea of what I'm trying to achieve here. It's like a kind of like a submarine type door, I think. Okay. 10, 11. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's close. go. Now we can actually use this would actually be perfect as well. Okay. Let's see, can we actually pull it off like this? Okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Maybe I shouldn't make it too hard on myself. Kinda like this one. There we go. Something like that, and then we can actually create something in the middle. Let's say we flank them 8 apart. That's perfect. And then we join these. This might be overkill, I don't know. Wouldn't that be probably isn't that a cool door? Like it's something else, something different. You can even create it like that. Let's see if I do it like that and then create one. Okay. There we go. There we go. And for the inner parts, we can actually Is there some red metal? I think there is. Okay, let's sometimes I feel I waste so much time on these very small details, but I think I can use this type of door for these ones as well. I just have to copy paste this sector, and then it's a one time, a little bit of more work, but you can actually reuse that door. So I guess it's worth the effort. Something different. I feel like it could work here. Maybe I can actually. I'm not really sure if there's any. If there are any red bricks. To kind of make the colors blend in a little better. But I don't think there are. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. I think if we add the green lights here, that will kind of change, like maybe blend in better. Let's see, do we have green lights? Right here. Already in the correct position, that's good. Okay, now let's let's use, you can actually use just this part. Let's see. Door. Door generic. Speed, let's make it fast. Type. Open, close. Delay 4 seconds, that's fine. Repeatable action when player bumps. When monster bumps, let's actually. I have to look at all my doors because this is actually something. I don't think I checked for most of the doors, and I do want the monsters to be able. Or is it actually standard? Does it use the standard? Do monsters automatically open this door? That is something I don't know. Let's check it out. We can always do a test, of course. See, like the colors, they kinda... The red is kinda blending in just a little bit with the green. But it's obvious that it's the door. And it doesn't seem... Oh. It kinda wants to? That's the first time I actually have this problem. Maybe... that is one sector. Door generic. That is the one, actually, I think we should... One player bumps. I don't think we ever had to use a sector tag. But let's use one. Shouldn't matter, because normally it will use the sector to which the line function is attached to. I think I know what the problem is. Because it's sunken in, it thinks that this is the ceiling right here. Need some oil. Let's oil it up then, indeed. So that means, in order to get this to work, we need to let's create a more interesting door. Let's use a poly object. The only thing is, looks pretty badass. If I use a poly object, you have to get the angle correct, and the angle would actually be all the same. Okay. just for the scale. That is also actually a pretty cool shape, which reminds me of a different door. This one. No? Not really sure. Hold on just a second. We can actually ignore the width, fit the height. It is. That's weird, but okay. Move these things for a minute. Let's some minor adjustments. Okay, this one. Okay, here as well. Bring it up. There we go. So now we have the original door. And we're gonna... Let's make a poly object out of this. Okay. That's quite the mess I made here. Let's see, Control Shift. Does it carry over correctly? Yeah, okay, so that should be correct. Okay, let's copy paste this. Right, so okay, let's not bother with that too much. Maybe a small adjustment. Can do wonders. Yeah, I think that works actually. Works better. It's more like the line around it looks better. Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just copy paste this one. And then over there, and then bam, we got it. So what we can do now Now, this, I'm not really sure. Not really sure if this is gonna work. I mean, the door, I think the door will go up right until the ceiling. I don't know. It needs. I think it's gonna need a little more than just oil. That's okay. Well, we can actually solve this by not treating it as a door, but as a ceiling. A poly object, because this is like the door, if it moves to the side it should be like curved as well, that you would have to create like a 3D poly object, which is, you know, maybe a little bit of overkill. Now what I would probably want to do is actually shape that door. It has to be in the same model, I think. Which means... I think I can actually... Can I remove this sector? I think I can. Let's see, get underneath that door. Where am I at now? Oh, actually... This one. There we go. That's what I want. And now... let's use this one for now. This should work. There we go. Now, if we treat this door as a ceiling now, let's see if it opens up. It should open up like this. Let's use a black one. A little more. I was gonna say something really generic, but maybe this one actually was quite nice with the warning stripes. It's just very easily scalable. There we go. Let's use this one. Okay, so and the only thing is only the center part. Only the center part seems to move. That's weird. Can we undo that with upper and lower? That's weird, man. See, like the sides, I think it has to do with the slopes. They change textures. And I have no idea why that is. Probably because they're sloped. Is there a property? This is giving me more trouble than I bargained for. Ceiling. Raised by value. Raise. Is there like an amount? Oh God. I guess we're gonna have to fake this door. We have to write a script. 16. Seconds. So lower and crush. What was it again? I can't get access to the Zdoom wiki. Is Zdoom down? Zdoom seems to be down. Shit. Crushing. I don't know the values. Crush damage, I think. I don't know. there is a well, I think it's the way I set up the slopes. I think, but I'm not really sure. Or is it some quirk, maybe? Ah, wait a minute. That is actually... probably to do with the crusher. Now the only thing is, what does it do? I have to link the sectors. How do I do that again? Use it for hold on. I have to check in the hub map. I use it there for an elevator. The only thing is I kind of want it to function like a door. Maybe it will work if I link the sectors. The only thing is, when it closes, it goes all the way to the bottom. Actually, we can actually, hold on. I can actually solve that. But I do think I have to link the sectors. We can actually solve that issue. And make an actual functioning door, which is actually, I think, better in this case. $35, $36. So I have to see what that actually means. I use it here. 35, 35, so 35. That's 36. Six, 35, plus 3. No idea what I'm doing. Okay. This one has to be, I can do this from the beginning. Gonna need to exit. Oh, the Zdoom wiki is working again. Sealing true. True. And then the last tag. Link detector's floor to the specified surface. Link detector's ceiling to. Now we can actually solve this by the only thing that makes me wonder so now this should behave like a door. Let's try it out. See. So should it tag 70 maybe? 151, 151. Not really sure if this is gonna work. Or generic sector tag 70 maybe. Let's see. Two four nine 151. I think that is correct. Maybe. God. I think it's a matter of maybe we should allow it to exist here. Let's see. 249 151. And if we like this. Might work. No? You don't want to? Wait, of course. I tagged it to itself, so it should be 70 again. That should probably be it. Yes. So goddamn close. Oh, wait a minute. Of course, that has to be tag 0. I had this tag 70 as well, I think. Now it should work. Yes, that's it. Perfect. And we can actually create that inset again. Although, Let's see if this works. It does seem like the texture doesn't seem to move in in game actually. See, the door behaves fine. We got a functional door. Perfect. Man, it took some effort, but we're there. Awesome. Took me long enough. Now, the only thing I want to do is increase the speed. Turbo. Let's set it to Turbo C. We mastered the door indeed. Yeah. Is that too fast? I think I'm gonna decrease the delay. 1 second. That is fast. You can set it to custom, I think. Okay. Let's keep it. There we go. One door. Now the only thing I have to do let's make sure the player walks around. Of course I have to block something off. What would I want to block off? Obviously this one. So we're gonna use this one. Can we? Or is it too much? Oh shit, that is too much. Okay. Then we have to do it by hand. I don't know. I feel like can make this a little bit floaty. Something like that. Hey database, what is up, buddy? Welcome. You know, I can do it old school. Since this is actually ceiling textures. We can use these basically anywhere. Guess it has to be this way. That's a little easier on the eyes. Or we can probably squeeze through. Damn it. Okay, different approach then. Don't worry, I got a solution. What was I doing? Oh yeah. go. And now bring this up. There we go. I'm gonna make sure. Let's make this both of these lines just block player. There we go. So you don't really make that jump. What I can do, although yeah, I think this will suffice. Wish it was a little taller though, but no, this is fine. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure these also block the player and monsters. Because they reach all the way to the top. Okay. Let's see. Let's make sure we don't drop down. The good part is, if I have this one area correct, I can copy this whole concept, put it in different, two different areas with, you know, minimal changes. Yeah, that's good. Okay. There we go. So the idea is that I just copy paste this. And you just go around. Maybe I can keylock one of these doors. So you kind of force the player to go around. And having to infight, like, this is a perfect, these are perfect places for ambushes. We can actually spawn some monsters in here. Like Kako demons who are kind of stuck in this cage. But they can still attack you. They can't just get really close to you, but that's actually perfect for... and you have to walk around while monsters spawning in here as well. So you have to be very careful. You got a nice mixer there. Maybe... I can actually initially keep this door closed. I have to kind of still think about the playing field, like the path, which you would have to follow because you spawn here. This would obviously be one of the earlier places you go. Okay, that is something we can consider later. I'm gonna take a very small break and then we can continue working on Heretic. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, let's jump into Heretic. I still haven't gotten word from the project leader. Because I asked like about a fruit, like the hanging fruit. I don't know if you remember. During, I think not the previous stream, but the stream before. There has been no activity in the server, which is a little bit concerning. Let's actually see what we did here, because I think last time I was working or trying to get a statue scaled for a nice view of the tower, I think. Let's see. I remember it worked actually. As you can see, there it is, huge. The only thing that doesn't work is the flames in the hands, because they are like, they have these effects like the flames you see there, but they don't get scaled, so they're kind of down on the floor, which is a bit of a shame. As you can see, I went a little softer on the volcanoes. Now what I can do actually is to make sure the player has at least somewhat of an advantage. I can actually maybe put it right here. See, I can actually use this. And I think there's even no brown. This one is close. I would have to find like a variant. This might be it. harsh transition. So I might just stick to this. What I can do is actually create like a nice inset. Put a nice volcano on there. To actually have that little bit sense of danger when you traverse. We'll create just one island actually. There's a little bit of like a nice trim to it. See if there's like a little softer transition. If only for this. But you see what I mean? It has that like go from dark to bright. That's actually what I need. With a little bit of shade on top. I think this one will do it. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. It already has that natural glow. That's good. So we're gonna have to move this a little closer to and then we're gonna well, since this is actually something you never have to do, it's in case of an emergency, we're gonna, instead of having that shrine, we're gonna have the actual boots here. Artifacts. Boots of Fireworker. The shrines are unfortunately not that visible. I kind of like this this item here. Definitely draws attention. The shrine is kind of too transparent. There is a little bit of danger here, and you can actually have to change that, but if you time it, you can actually get through here without too much trouble. And we're gonna put that one here. So this one has to have damage type none. Wait a minute, I actually deleted the tag. However, I think that has to be 23 as well. Okay. I think I'm gonna lower this by 1 and we can always put something on here. Decoration. Rocks. Obstacles. I think we find something here. Corpse sleeping. That's actually cool. Let's use that. Can barely see. I think. Yeah, you can barely see. That's it. Oh, it still has a fire thing. Let's see. Ah, sector damage 0. It's weird. Special 0. That shouldn't matter normally. Does it have to do with tag 23? No, shouldn't be. Surface. Is there something? Shouldn't damage you. Okay. That is a dangerous volcano, but I managed to get out. Okay, cool. Right, we're gonna do it like this. Should give you enough. That should be enough to get you going and reach this area without any damage. This one is fine. We're gonna leave it like this. Okay. There's the statue. See, like the flames. I had to shut it off because I can show you real quick. If I activate it, I set it dormant. If I activate it, you can see. See there the flames, right there. They don't scale and don't align properly, so that's a bit of a shame. But I do like that statue. So we're gonna just leave it like that. The other statues, I feel like they don't scale as well. Burned. I'm gonna set it a little bit out of the way. That's good enough. There we go. Okay, so we got a couple of secrets here which you can obtain by grabbing a secret in the waterfall. And you can choose whatever you want to do with that. You can go here. There's another secret. If you use momentum, or you kind of use your time well, you can gather a lot of secrets. Now what I want to do next is... this is like this... The main geometry of this map is as good as finished. So what I want to do is work towards hold on. No, that's probably not a good idea. 144. There we go. Because I first initially wanted this to be doors, but there's not enough room around here, so this one would make the most sense. to kind of block it off, I use these ones so you don't accidentally drop into the lava. So you're forced to use this portal. Otherwise, if you miss the teleporter, you would have to backtrack all the way to that area, which is a bit of a shame. So what this does is actually it teleports you back to... Oh, I haven't made that yet, actually. An area in the beginning of the map. Or maybe here. Oh, wait. What I can do... I actually wanted this to be a secret. So let's make this a secret. Okay. Hey, Nightmare, what is up, buddy? Thank you so much. And welcome. Maybe something like keep it in the gray zone here. I think this is actually... Now we have different sizes, however. Can I get away with this? 8. Here we go. I think that is scaled quite alright. Nothing too fancy here. Let's see if we can do some magic with we might have to use this one. C64. Let's actually give it a proper height. Can start from here. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let's see. Let's flank these. 16. I kind of want to know if there are any throne room, like throne textures, or like something to build a throne. Something like this looks like a banner, but could as well be a seat of a throne. Oh, you got a demo. Haha, cool. Okay, hold on. Let me check by the end of the stream. Looking forward to it. Awesome. We can use these banners here. Let's first start with banner 11. Quick tune. Awesome, awesome, man. Okay, so banner 11. Let's see. Banner 11. Maybe you can use throne room. Okay, so what we need is a seat. kind of forgot how to make a proper throne. What else does it need? Like some things on the side here. Something like this. And how you do a proper throne? I can't. For the life of me, can't remember. Might have to look up actual thrones. Might have to look up an actual throne. Yeah, I think somewhat. Maybe. I probably can modernize it a little bit. Adding a little bit of extra detail here. That looks a little better. What I also can do. A little much. We're getting there. Something to sit on, like a pillow type. Like cloth, I don't know. Okay, see you soon, man. Maybe I should just ditch the slope. See what we can do with this. Or that's actually pretty sweet. Hey, that's actually cool. So might as well make this a red one. Or maybe, is there like red and white? No. Well, I do have some options here. Let's stick to this one. Okay, so what's next? Maybe I can actually That's actually not looking too bad. Let's see if we can actually... Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that actually started to look like a throne. Now what to do with this? Is this... thrones... They don't extend. Well, actually, it doesn't matter too much. What can we do with this? Something out of wood, maybe? Or stone, maybe? Just stone? see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, this was, if I make this room a little bigger, it's pretty badass. Okay. There we go. Hey, Shattered, what is up, buddy? Welcome. How are you doing? Can we actually... Oh, I remember this trick in Hexen, which is not easy to pull off. Create this convincing carpet, but I'm gonna leave it at that. The heat is killing you. Oh, that was pretty cool. I mean, like compared to here, it's almost freezing. How warm is it? That's pretty cool. Okay. Here it is, our very own throne, and I have to put this back. I like it. That's nice. And we're gonna put like something good here. Do we have a crown or something? Let's see, artifacts. A ring? Shield would be nice. Master Scroll, Royal Dagger. I think this kind of fits the throne room with the colors gray and red, or white and red. I think that actually looks pretty nice. You might want to fit with, because that pattern was messed up, I see. That looks better. Almost, like, comes pretty close, no? That could... you don't want to... I don't want the pattern to be repeating. Skull here is nice. Or we could just use this. But I kind of want to give that natural flow, even though it's not really correct. Something I think, yeah, might do the trick. Repeating there. Okay. You know, I think with the Hexen 2 engine, or the Quake engine for that matter, you can actually align those two as well. So it's a nice continuous pattern. You can't do that in Zdoom. So that's a bit unfortunate, but so we can give this a nice golden color. Kind of wanted something like this, but then vertically, which I'm afraid is not among our texture list here. Something fancy. I believe these textures, they're used as banners here, but I believe in Hexen 2 These sectors were actually used as a throne. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, because I did work on a map for Hexen 2 a long time ago. And I think they were used there, but I'm not really sure. Kind of like that red stripe that has something royal to it. Like the color even almost matches. Let's see. Would you look at that? Perfect. Perfect, man. I love that chicken banner. Nothing is the same, but I think we're on the right track. What have I been playing these days? What have I been playing? I think a little bit of Jesus Christ, what was the name again? Rip Out. And I've been diving back into Vermintide, War from the Warhammer universe, Vermintide 2. I always, from time to time I go back. It's sometimes fun to explore those maps again. Actually, this might be a little bit overkill, but I think it will fit really nice. There we go, we got a mirror image. What do you think? There we go. Okay. That would make a good secret area. Then I kind of want to Let's have a look. Some torches here. It's a giant on this throne. Chandeliers. Light sources, chandelier. Oh, torch magic, let's see what that does. And of course, chandelier hexen. Is there a different chandelier? Let's see what these magic torches do. I have no idea actually. Ooh. Okay. That's fancy. Maybe a little too fancy. And we can put some statues here, kind of dress, a little bit of set dressing. Texturation. There we go, okay. Let's statue crystal. Obstacles. Statue. Maybe the face. Color with face. Oh, I don't know any of these actually. Symphony of War. Doesn't ring a bell actually. And I'm not a huge fan of simulators, but a farm simulator. Little Eldritch farm simulator. Okay, that might be interesting. I'm really sure if there's a the setting is suited for the vase. I don't know. I have to check it out. But this actually makes a very nice secret area. So let's leave it at that. We're gonna add some banners here. I think if we extend this, Let's actually do a little more work. Banner. The only thing... Ah, wait. This one is perfect. Let's see. So that's 2. How long is it? 48. Now how do we do that? The length is 96. So we need 24 on each side, is that correct? Okay, cool. I'll look it up. 48's perfect. So we can actually split that and move the texture on here. Okay. Put this to the side, but only use... Oh, I can do it actually manually. Okay, horizontal, and then of course the horse has to be facing the opposite direction. There we go, same here. Actually, this might be better. Although, the length is better. Let's stick to this one. 96 is actually the perfect length. It's easier to calculate. We have something similar. Let's use the same. Kind of want to facing that direction. There we go. Keys, artifacts, light sources. I'm gonna remove these torches. See how the banner, yeah, it looks good. Okay, move them a little bit to the back. That. Just hope the player doesn't get stuck. Oh, that's quite alright actually. I hope. Oh, doesn't appear to be any issue here. There we go. What I was thinking, you know, if this doesn't open, oh, we did use a 3D sector. What I'm gonna do, because the player's not gonna see this. Can you actually see this? Oh, you can't. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we actually got it working. I can't remember what the issue was. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Seems to be working. Okay. So this will open once you enter that teleporter. I think we're gonna teleport right back here. And then you can actually maybe see like... see it open through a camera. Okay, now let's have a quick listen. First I'm gonna check out the game because it does sound interesting. Hold on just a second. Welcome to Elderfield. That looks, yeah, kind of like that horror farming RPG. That's pretty cool. Kind of like that. It does look very atmospheric. I do like that kind of Eldritch horror style. This looks like a pretty cool game, yeah. Definitely a different take on the farming simulator. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Might check it out myself. You got it on Steam, I assume? Alright, let's have a look, a listen at the new soundtrack Database has been putting out. Oh wait, it's a thing. It's a level. Yeah, I know Obsidian. I've used it before to check it out. So I know the level maker. It's like you use some seeds to randomly generate a level. It's been pretty, like, the editor at the time was pretty impressive. So I'm assuming there have been updates. Or is it like, hold on, do I have the wrong? You sent, the last DM I got was from Obsidian. Got a demo on my DM quick tune. That's weird. Because I didn't have it. I'm not getting it in my DMs. It's too bad. Now, database, send it to me or try to send it to me again. I will check it out on stream next week. Because I have to go now. I have a couple of other chores I still have to do. So there's not much time left. I have to get up early for work. So I'll be checking out the tune during the next stream. Which I definitely look forward to because the tunes you sent me so far all are pretty amazing. So do send it to me and we will check it out later. So I'm gonna leave it at that for today. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll be back next week. So take care, have a great evening, and I'll see you guys soon.